Yo, what's going on, guys? But much of that quality content, and today I'm going to be breaking down the movement here in Call of Duty Vanguard, as well as the settings that you do need, because there's some weird things that doesn't make sense that you do have to put on, depending on who you are. But we'll get right into it and show you guys everything you need to know, from timings, what combinations, where to do things, how to do things, and just methods to be the best player you can on the map. Now that we've gotten to this point, I'm going to show you guys the settings first of all that you need to know 100% that will make anyone better off rip. You're going to head over to controller settings, come down to gameplay, come to movement, and you want, for some weird reason, you want automatic airborne mantle on partial, not on or off. I'll show you why with off. With off, it's pretty much the Vanguard's way of slide canceling. As you will see, like, I'm doing it, but it's just not as snappy nor fast. Like, I am doing it. I am running around the map slide canceling. It works, but it's just not the same. It doesn't feel like MW, and MW is the most broken slide cancel we probably have had to date. Maybe BO4, but BO4 is, you know, that was the PS4 online, whatever. But MW was pretty bad. Put that on partial, but also be testing this with another setting down here. Slide behavior must be on tap. With tap, you just tap it. You don't have to hold it. There's no, time it takes to register that slide because you had to hold it instead of tapping it. You can do it more often, more, quicker, all that stuff. But with partial, as you can see, my slide cancels, they're quicker, snappier. I can do it probably more often, but you don't want to go too fast, because if you do go too fast, you just crouch, and you do not want to hit it. You don't want to try to slide cancel somebody and just crouch. You're done. It's not happening, because your brain's gonna think you were about to slide cancel. You're already preparing for how to shoot your gun back, what your center is gonna be like, and that player just sees someone crouch in their face and it's going to be a free look every single time. So you do not want to look like a bozo and mess up your movement. And another setting that I can point out here would be auto sprint and putting it on auto tag sprint. Why is that? You're always in a tag sprint, so you could always just jump really hard, really fast. Side cancels are much better when you're tag sprinting, and jumping is much better when you're tag sprinting as compared to your typical default sprint. You do save more time having to go from default sprinting to tag sprinting. If you're turning them around the map quicker, you probably play it much faster. You do have more control with it turned off, and it is not allowed in the Pro League, and it is GA'd. Even though out of all the GAs in COD, this is the one that people amateur level don't really care about entirely and don't use it. Me personally, I do use it because, I'd rather save my thumb and not break my controllers, because I'm not sponsored by a controller company. But enough of that. I have been trying to get it with it off. I've been enjoying it, so maybe I'll keep it off, maybe I'll keep it on. But I will say it makes your life much easier. And the only other controller setting I can mention is making sure your left stick max input is just lower than 99. You can have it on anything as long as you're not automatically walking, backwards, forwards, or wherever without touching it. Then, it makes the stick quicker to respond to, more sensitive. You could probably strafe a little quicker, a little better, more smooth. You're not as stiff. It is a good setting to try out. And make sure these are both on 5.5. You want the most responsive sticks possible without any, drifting. So make sure you are okay with that. Now that you have the settings, you're probably wondering, how do you slide cancel? Well, you click circle, circle, X. Some people might play tactical, play with paddles, whatever the case may be. So crouch, crouch, or slide, slide, X. The first slide makes you slide. Second slide makes you cancel it. And the X makes you stand up. Simple as that. Slide X, slide X, over and over. Practice this. It might, be a little hard at first. Might have to get used to it. Maybe makes your hand tired, whatever the case may be. With this being my third COD in a row having to use this combination, Cold War was a little different, but this was still a combination in Cold War. It is very natural, very in my muscle memory, so you can do this all day long and not have a problem. As for traversing around the map, the best way to do it is, of course, the tag sprint. Preferably your pistol, because it is the fastest, but be careful with that. You want to use it at the right times. And as you can see, let's say I want to get to that mines tank right there. Now I'm default sprinting. Okay, I'll get there. Here we are. I made it. That is okay, but if you want to have the maximum talent on those sticks, look nice while doing it, being smooth, and save a lot of time, you want to always be tax sprinting. But how does that make sense? That's only a thing that's temporary. Not exactly. We're going to try that again. Tax sprinting. It's going to run out. Circle X, circle X, and there you go. You have the side cancel twice, and you reset it. Just like that. Granted, it wasn't as long as compared to, you know, originally doing it, but you do it. But if you make sure to always do it when you're playing, you'll be ready for more gunfights, because, you know, pull-up time, you see? Not the best. But you're side canceling to do it. It's better. You're more slippery in the gunfight. They might not be ready for you. It has literally all pros and no cons, really. If you're doing it while you still have your tax sprint, you just keep resetting it more and more and more. You're still moving pretty quick. Like, you're not really giving up much, and you just keep on going. I mean, it's the best way to move in Vanguard, in a Warzone, Modern Warfare, whatever it is that you play with tax sprinting in it. Now, what makes Shotzi so good at his movement is, to me, his creativity and how he does things. So he could be spawning up Shed, right? And do something like this. Moving around here. He spawned Shed already, and now he's top house. Up top, rotated to P3. Getting kills in the back, doing his thing, right? Be creative in this game. This game allows you to climb things, not from that angle. Allows you to climb things. You run around. There's ways to get on places. Ways to get everywhere. You get bunny hop on this tank to check that spawn. Nobody there. You got here quicker. It's just mastering the movement, knowing where to use it, having good map knowledge. For example, spawns, how to traverse the map, what you can use to get places quicker. And for a good example is House Hill to Barn Hill, as I'll show you guys in a clip right now.
Zig.
Dead front.
P2 somewhere. P2, Bryce.
I'm one shot on old. I have a god.
Enemy is taking the hard point. Hard point
Yeah,
activated.
play left side, bro. We keep on hitting the rag, bro. Just getting
Hey, dead.
held.
Right dead. Two down. I'm stunned. I can't move. You're alone.
One left.
I'm going top.
Fucking left back dirt side.
Stairs, nice.
I'm looking at your truck door.
The back, in the back. Get out.
Looking for look up.
Truck.
Absolute stoners. Guys, one more going. Side doors.
And he's gate. Lock is literally gate, bro.
So you see, I had scraps, and in that clip, that was pretty twisted, pretty crazy. It looked pretty nice, doesn't it? A normal person might just default sprint, go to barn. All the things that's wrong with that has to do with map awareness, intuition, IQ, gun skill, because you're probably just gonna get fried, and then movement. Not saying that every time you spawn up, you need to be hitting this route, checking that corner, snapping on gate, and then breaking barn hill. But you need to really think about it. You kind of premeditate the things you want to do on the map, and that'll be the best way to just move everywhere you want to go. And now another slide is the long slide. Just time the slide, that's really it. You see, I didn't just slide cancel right here. I let it go, and I promise you, when you are in the full sliding motion, it just screws their aim assist. Especially on this right here. If you're going to be breaking barn hill from coming from top house, or house hill from top house, you slide down, yeah, that guy is chalked. Now, if you just want to walk and slow peek it, no. Getting Korean, gonna get snapped on, probably see your shadow coming down. It's not gonna be a good day. You want to sprint down, a little better, but I promise you, always slide. You want to be cracked 24/7. Now with bouncing, you sprint, you twist your body, you just like throw your momentum, you jump obviously, and right when you're about to touch the floor, you click X. And you bounce, and you can try to keep that momentum going and bounce as many times as you can. I'm gonna show you a bad example. If I want to try out back barn from the front, there was no momentum there. It was a little harder to probably practice. It's not as good in this game as it was in MW. MW could get crazy with it, but this game really does work. But I just think slide canceling is probably much better to do. People don't bounce as much, but you can do it. You see, I bounced across. I mean, if you want to use that to survive this cross, as compared to probably challenging it, because it is kind of a small spot. But you can use bouncing, jumping into your slides, there's anything. Like this game, I promise you could get absolutely mixy on. And for a map like Bokage, you need to be mixy 24/7. As you continue to play and you experience certain situations more and more, you will learn, is it better to slide cancel here? Is it better to long slide around it? Is it better to bunny hop? Or is it better to just peek? So guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It wasn't scripted in a way, so I kind of just talked about what I know and tried to bring it to you guys. So from the settings, I answered everything there. Promise you there's no other reason to have anything else on. The guide is all up to you when you use it, how you use it, how much do you use it, and especially on your roll. Definitely on your roll, watch out. Hope you guys enjoyed. This has been your boy Marskies, and you know, this video was probably a little bit more boring as it was like more like a teaching kind of video, but next one tomorrow, hopefully I go through with it, will be a vlog for this from school. And then maybe one after that for Tuesday for our actual matches. We'll see how I go about that. Maybe it'll be 2 days in one. I appreciate everyone coming out. And if you already beast, much appreciated if you subscribed and drop a like on the video and drop a comment on what you guys would want in the future or anything. Even drop a dislike if you hated it. So let me know. Thank you.